What is up, YouTube? My homeboy George just got here today. We're just doing some random stuff today. We're gonna do that mount that he was talking about. Let's go see what he's doing. What are we gonna do?
He's gonna fix his car.
He's gonna fix his car?
Yeah.
I'm George, the EP3 guy here in Tucson.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
The EP3 guy here in Tucson. They were installing some bull boost mounts for a customer here. He's got this clapped out EP3. We got the rear one and then the transmission already installed. We're just putting the passenger side mount in right now.
Where the fuck is the other piece?
It fell out. It's right here.
Nice.
Just came apart. So this was doing a lot of work before. Now it'll do even more work once we're done.
So here is his passenger mount, Bull Boost Performance. Looks pretty nice. Certified. Hey, sponsor this guy. Sponsor his build right here.
For real. We need
Same here.
I'm actually not sure what we need right now. I think we're pretty set. We're about to finish it up.
Alright. So there's that.
We need money for the next build.
We always need money for the next build. There's never enough money for all the builds in the world.
Tomorrow's Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm going to pick up the DA Integra finally.
The Integra?
Yeah.
The one from the guy you've been talking about?
It's one that I've been trying to get for a year.
Yeah.
I didn't want to buy it so soon. I wanted to wait until next check. But he's moving to Michigan, and he'll be in Michigan before that happens. So I have to do it.
Okay. C4. How much?
Well, it was $2,000 total, but I owe him $500, so I'm gonna give him $500, and I'll have it. He brought the price down due to the inconvenience of me having to wait for like a whole year.
That's a long ass time just to buy a car.
It's convenient, it's inconvenient, you know what I mean? But it was somebody I worked with, and I gave him some money, and I was gonna pay him. Once I gave him $1,000, he's gonna give me the car, and I was just gonna pay him the rest.
Yeah.
But then I didn't pay him, and then
it's not the black
happened.
one you sent me, was it? The black one you sent me on
Yeah, the
Messenger?
black one, yeah.
Is it that one?
Yeah.
Oh.
B20V block and a B16 head with, I don't think it has cams. I think it's stock cams.
Yeah. Stock is still good.
Not sure about the pistons. I don't know if it's stock or not. I think it is stock, but it's got a tuner. It's got GSR trans, I believe.
GSRs is beautiful.
And headers, intake manual. Well, not like a Skunk 2 intake manual, I don't think. I think it's just a normal intake manual, but it's got a Skunk 2 intake. And it's got K-tuner suspension, like coilovers. It's got chassis bar, you know what I mean, like stiffening.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of parts on it. So for $2,000, it's a really, really good price.
Well, we'll see that when you get it, man.
Yeah. B is cool. I like B's, but I don't think they're better than K's. I don't.
Well, I've only had B series, so that's all I know.
I
ND
series.
series.
I think K has so much potential.
It does. I mean, have you seen all the YouTube videos they have on K series that are boosted and built for making 1,000 horsepower or something crazy?
Yeah, I mean,
it's wild.
I've seen people make ridiculous power on K series. Didn't you have me like a 14 socket?
A 15. A 14 would be in there in the bag. See, he's looking this good old bag of these. I was using it, so should be in here. That's a 12.
There is a 15 on it.
14.
Mm-hmm.
I like how I just gave him the electric snap-on ratchet. He's over here doing the caveman style.
You know what? Fuck your snap-on ratchet. It gives me bad memories.
Oh yeah, now he really went caveman on me.
I don't need it anymore. Look at it. It just comes right out.
It's still slow though. Let's go get the jack.
Yeah.
Come here. Thanks, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How's the new shop been?
They're all a bunch of freaking idiots. No,
Like every shop.
I know, not like every shop. Like beyond every shop. Like,
Even worse than dealership shops?
I miss my dealership shop because of the professionalism they showed compared to them.
Yeah, when I was working at Chevrolet, dude, they were all dumbasses. It was funny though. It was not like retarded, but they were dumbasses.
It's close, man. I mean,
Why though?
they just got me questioning things like damn. And like one of them's not super bad, but like then he starts like talking and I'm like, oh my god. This was... Maybe it's not. It felt like it was.
Oh man, you guys should see my mount. So this was an automatic chassis. Let's just pop this off. Or it's not. Let's just move that. Look at that bushing. Look at it on this side. And then this side. It just flops around when I'm driving.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Look, it's like separated.
It's alright, I can show you some sketchy shit on
This is
phone
this is
that I wanna
eBay
fix.
shit though. eBay
Whole
sucks.
Disc is basically eBay.
And same thing with this one. This one's stock, but it's like broken completely.
But you see, like they're all like complete, like even though it's such a cheap kit,
Yeah.
full aluminum, dude. The whole thing. That worked really good. Thank you.
Oh, there it is.
I don't know why that worked because it's a circle, but
And it's supposed to, well, yeah, I don't know.
anyways,
Whatever. It's out. Trash.
how does this fit, motherfucker? Oh,
Looks like a pizza.
oh,
That's it.
oh! Did we find traction? I think we found traction, ladies and gentlemen. I think we found traction. That's so much easier to put on than the stock one.
Yeah, because this one doesn't even go all the way down.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't fit into that stupid circle press bullshit. Oh, I didn't bring the hardware they supplied. God damn it.
Bummer. So we did this for nothing. Similar to a big bag of bolts.
We just need 3. I brought the one because I thought that's all I need. I didn't think.
These are all Honda.
Yeah.
So maybe you can find something
Oh, okay.
too small, like in length.
No, like it wasn't catching the threads. This one.
Let's just make new threads with it.
This one's catching threads.
Weld it together.
So these 2 worked.
I might have another.
After we get it in, we'll go for a test drive. In case. All right,
Cool.
Let's go. I think we're good. I think it'll work.
I need to find a guy that buys catalytic converters. I have those.
One.
Huh?
Not one.
Yeah.
Do you think, is there a cat on my truck, do you think?
A cat?
Like from factory? Because it's the stock exhaust.
Yeah, there should be a cat right below the header. Coming down on the downpipes.
You think 1 or 2? Probably just 1.
2.
2?
Well,
Really?
I don't know. My Tahoe has 2, but it's an 07 versus a 92, 93, 91. I'm not sure, man. Because my truck's a non-catalyst, so there's no cats on that thing.
Yeah, well, that thing's old.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
New mount, old ass hardware. Fuck yeah.
It's fine. I have new hardware. I can swap that out. Gotta do this all again when I do the K24 anyways. I'm more
yeah,
impressed
that's
that
true.
these are catching threads and it's all fine.
Yeah.
Because these are just random ass bolts.
At least they're all Honda and OEM, so.
It's true.
Yeah. So another sketchy thing about that Acura, you told me to fix the knuckle or replace it because we pushed the bearing out.
It wasn't that though. That wasn't the problem. You know what the problem with that car was?
Ball joints.
Cheap ball joints, and some jackass put them in not knowing what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah.
It was me.
What a dumbass. Oh.
We all learn. They held up pretty
Yeah,
good.
and then I bought it.
Yep.
When I bought it, I put wheels and coilovers, slammed it.
If it wasn't slammed, it might have been all right.
Yeah, when you slam your car, it like changes the geometry of the suspension, the way it moves and everything.
Especially increases the amount of stress. So if those are not quality ball joints to begin with,
Yeah,
they're gonna handle it.
that's true. I mean, that thing took quite a few
That's why the
jumps.
stud kept stretching and it kept loosening itself up and the threads kept falling off.
Like, that thing, I jumped it so many times accidentally. Like, that undercarriage probably wasn't
It was
not
actually
in
in
the best
decent
condition.
shape.
Was it?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
That's weird. Because I'm telling you that I'm sure I caught a foot of air in that thing when it was slammed. Like, you know, when you go down Kolb all the way at the end, there's like a cattle guard. I told you the story before.
I wonder if this will still fit with the stock one. Wow, look at that, dude. Do we run the stock one?
Hell yeah, dude. It looks better than the billet one.
I just want to compare it. Hold on. we run the stock one, it comes up. Or if we run the billet, it just goes straight down. Oh, I don't know. I think I like the stock one more, dude.
It looks better, man.
Dude, I think I like the stock one more.
Hell yeah, dude. It's stronger too. You don't need that shit. You're kidding, right?
We have to jack it up though.
You're kidding, right?
About with what?
Using the stock one?
Should we not?
Why would you? You know?
I mean, I guess we don't have to.
No. Hell no.
Going for that OE plus look.
All right. Let's roll this jack smoothly under the car. Oh yeah.
What are you thinking, dude?
Hey man, I hardly think so.
What were you thinking, dog? We might actually want to use this stock. This is piece of shit. I can try loosening them up and fucking around with the fitment.
This is for an EP3 though, right?
R6, EP3, yeah.
Is there a difference in the mount in the R6?
No, it's the same.
Stock versus stock.
They're the same. Same platform. Let me try it.
What about EP3s? Do they have different like mounts, a certain gens
No.
or a certain year?
No. I'm just gonna loosen it up and try rotating this around and see if maybe.
Maybe they didn't put it to the bushiness straight. Taller.
That's the difference. The 0.4 liter, it's in height.
Yeah.
The K20 is square design, I believe, or at least it's very close to square. When you're talking about, I'm not very educated on engine building, but when I say square, we're talking about.
You know a lot more about K's though than I do.
We're talking about the
engines.
bore and the stroke are very close to being square numbers.
Yeah.
In the engine, which is why it's so reliable and so strong. I mean, among other reasons, but that's one of the reasons. The K24, on the other hand, they added to the stroke. So basically what I'm trying to say is K20 and K24 pistons are the same like size circle-wise.
Yeah.
Circle-wise makes me sound really smart.
The diameter?
Circumference.
Oh.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But the difference in the piston is how far it travels, the length, which is
Yeah.
why high revving K24s are kind of a conundrum.
Okay.
Anyways.
It's a good little explanation there.
Yeah, they'll tell me.
I know you're gonna help a lot
me-
of people out on YouTube when they see this. They're like,
Yeah,
oh,
and then the
crap.
people who know more than me will be like, "This is where you're wrong. Actually, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about." Especially because I just dropped one of the
Fucking
3 boats we
rookie.
went and found.
Yeah, nice.
That was really nice.
It didn't hit the ground though.
No, it's just even better.
Yeah, I heard it just hit metal.
We
and
love
that's it.
when they don't hit the ground. Well, here, why don't we just go a step further than that? You got the camera rolling?
Yeah.
Ready? Fastest bumper removal you've ever seen,
Oh yeah, quick release.
dude.
I mean, you have quick release, but it's quicker than quick release.
Yeah, dude.
You don't even have the things on there.
Try.
That's crazy. You guys are gonna learn a lot about how me and him work and the shit we do to our cars to make work.
Learn is an interesting word to use.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, but it actually gets the car moving straight and in one piece, and nothing's falling off. It works.
Hey man, they're bringing me Porsches to work on. I'm the Porsche guy now, apparently.
Those Boxsters.
Yeah,
Are they
I've done
pretty
2
cool?
Boxers. I did a 97, which is the first year, and it was a 5-speed, and I did a 05. I did the first race on the 05. But I did the alignment on the 97, and the guy I was like, normally after we do an alignment, we take it on a test drive, and he was like, that won't be necessary. And I was like, what's funny what's really funny is I was just about to finish that sentence up with, but just because the way people drive, I don't really want to be out on the road with your vehicle, sir.
Yeah.
He interrupted me to let me know that it won't be necessary for me to take his vehicle out on the road. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, we didn't want to take your Boxster out on a test drive.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It was nice. It was clean.
Yeah.
It was a 97 the first year. It was a Boxster. It was a 5-speed, whatever. I don't have a Porsche. I have a Civic. But
Better than a Porsche, though. Not gonna lie. You can't beat it. I mean,
catch me in the corner.
Factory.
After I get the K24, bro. We'll see.
yeah.
But I had a Honda Vert K-Pro ECU and a PRA ECU. If you're knowledgeable, you'll know that means that it was on a narrow band ECU. These cars come wide band, what that means I couldn't read my O2 sensor readings. Kind of important, but
You don't want to blow it up.
They had a stock EP3, it was stock K20A3 dyno tune, high octane. I ran it. I wasn't getting any knocking. Car ran pretty good. Picked up a lot of power throughout the entire
And that's
range.
just off a tune, though.
Yeah, it seemed to learn a
With
lot.
the simple bolt-ons you have.
That's like going off the internet, downloading a tune, and running it on your car.
I have another
with a
question, though,
stock car.
about it.
Yeah.
What made you go with Honda Vert versus K-Pro?
It's the same product, but it's a knockoff.
Yeah, but, like, there's nothing bad with knockoffs, dude, you know? When you're on a budget,
it's
it does the same thing.
$340 versus spending $900 to send my own ECU out. The thing is, I bought it used instead of buying the kit. So I bought it already installed, and it was installed in the wrong ECU, and I didn't know that until after my purchase. And then instead of keeping that ECU as a backup or selling it, I decided to transplant it instead of buying another kit. Yay,
Let's
me.
say you were starting fresh with the right stuff. Would
If
you, like,
were
recommend
starting
Honda
fresh,
Vert?
If you have one of these cars or you have the right ECU,
And, like, you don't have a lot of money,
You
you know?
have a K-Pro ECU that could be turned into a K-Pro ECU.
Yeah.
It's half the money. You're fairly confident with the soldering iron, and you know how to run. If you know how to use rosin and you know how to solder a little bit on PCB, you can do it yourself. It's not
So,
that
like,
hard.
if I ever want to
I've
go...
done it, and it was the first time I've ever done it. I did it.
So if I don't boost this thing and we go K, would I be able to use that for, like, the swap?
You could do it for your B ECU.
Oh, yeah.
They sell kits for the S300.
Oh, I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
it's like $300. It's like $350 for your kit.
Okay.
S300. It comes with all the resistors you need. It comes with the header pins. It comes with the board. And you just got to solder it onto your ECU that you have in your car, as long as it's one of the right ECUs. It'll tell you. They have all the descriptions up. If you have an S300 capable ECU, you can run that.
They did have a knockoff of the
only thing
S300
is,
Honda, right?
here's the thing, and this, if you're hearing me talk about this and you're like, whoa, that sounds nice, you have to run an older version of the tuning software. So they run K-Pro version 4.4.4 for the K-Tuner, which is the one that I use. I don't know about the S300, you'll have to check. But there's newer versions up. If you have like the real Honda product, don't use that. Don't download your tuning software from Honda, because it will brick the ECU. I mean, Honda doesn't like Honda Vert. They don't say them by name, but they call out like, basically they call them, I forget what they call them, but they call out like knockoff companies. And like they basically say that our files will brick these to prevent, like, misuse or blah blah blah. I don't know. I can't remember.
They're pretty strict, but they're like, it's like copyright.
Honda like, if you've ever had a car,
it was their idea.
It's not me personally, but like from what I've seen, like trying to research, is if anybody's ever had a question about the K-Pro's ECUs and they wanted to do something or whatever, and they had a question, the best you'll get is yes, no, go see your dealer. That's it. If you're trying to do something outside of like the normal like bounds.
Okay.
Yes, no, go see your dealer if you even get a response.
That's a nice radiator, though.
You like that? You like those these welds? A Chinese kid did it with his feet.
Oh, hell yeah.
I bought this radiator for $130. Shit.
That's some talent. What is this?
WR Crad, High Performance Racing, professional. What does it say? Professional Thermal Management System Manufacturer.
Professional
Thermal Management System Manufacturer.
Oh, okay. Sounds. It's
Sounds
high
like
performance racing.
China. China.
All right, this is a cruise angle. Up more. Hold the light straight. Nah, just kidding. Thanks. All right, so We're gonna take this nut off the stud.
Wait. We don't want to lose the nuts. Let's go over to the concrete.
Oh yeah, that's true. Damn, I almost bonked him in the head with the impact.
OE nuts. You don't want to lose your OE nuts, so
No.
do it over concrete.
Yeah, stud. Where it will work, so just gotta take these off to make it fit. The fuck? It was all easy. Wow. You're funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're really funny. Whoa!
Don't lose that.
That would have sucked.
Don't lose that.
You would have been very, very happy though, right?
I mean,
That's pretty important.
what's up?
Oh, damn. Who put the fucking jack there? Was that you? Oh, I got that on film too.
That's fucking funny.
Who the fuck put this pole? You call daddy Dum Dum?
Yeah.
Call him Dum Dum?
I do.
Like all this metal shaking around it.
Jesus Christ, dude. There's too much to be done.
Wait, fun.
Why are you stepping on my toes?
I am.
Yeah, it's not funny.
It is funny. That's what he literally just said. He's all it.
Well, guys, YouTube, that was it for that. It was just a little random thing. Hanging out with my friend George, installing a 30-minute
30-minute install on the Bull Boost passenger side engine mount. Actually took more like an hour and a half.
and now we're just gonna go test drive it, make sure everything's good, see if it made a difference. Put some gas.
Next time I'm gonna bring the right hardware. I'm not gonna leave the hardware.
The right hardware would definitely.
They supplied hardware with the kit. I left it at work in my toolbox, and we just used random bolts that we found here in his shop. And,
Shop. Like this guy. All right, we'll get on that test drive. This is really stiff.
It feels a little stiffer than it did before.
Yeah. I mean, you actually have something holding onto the engine on this side.
Oh my god, it feels a lot stiffer. Holy fuck, the whole car just like feels way more planted overall.
Yeah. Being this in the Civic.
I'm gonna take it nice and easy. Pay attention. See if you can hear the gear. Did you hear the gearbox
Yeah.
on first?
Yeah.
But did you hear like the gearbox, like the gear whine?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was. I always think that's really cool.
Check your oil, because I thought it was really cool in mine, and there was no oil.
It only does it in first,
Oh, okay.
and then reverse is louder now with the mounts as well. You couldn't hear it before, but with the poly mounts, you can hear a little more.
Mine only did it in fifth.
That's not good.
Alright, we're here at Chevron. Let's get some fuel.
All this to catch up with traffic?
Regular traffic, a fucking Jeep Wagoneer.
Jesus Christ.
Nah, this thing has some power though.
It has no power.
It has.
It has mounts.
You have
All
any-
the power that it doesn't
Next
have.
time you're here, I'll let you drive the EG, and then you're gonna be like, "What the hell?"
Oh yeah, compared to the EG, it has power.
I mean, dude, that
Sure.
thing's a turtle. I mean, it even looks like one. Oh yeah. All right, well there you have it, guys. That was just a little random video on working on this EP3 and introducing you to my friend George. So yeah, he has a lot of plans for this, and whenever he does get more parts or any other things, we'll be filming that, make some content for you guys. And I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and then hit that bell so you get notified every time we upload a video. Peace.